So what you guys are looking at here is a custom interior, or also extreme online store center console or glove box cover. Not really sure what you would call this, but this right here, it has, you see that blue stitching, just like the blue stitching on my Alcantara shift knob and on my steering wheel. So now I have blue stitching here, here, and here. And honestly, dude, this thing is actually really sick. It's really nice and padded. In the beginning, whenever they first sent this out to me, I was kind of on the fence about it. I wasn't really too sure if it was going to be something that I would be interested in promoting or put on the car, but this thing actually really ties in everything. And I love the fact that it's like really padded. Very nice and comfortable. Got the blue center line, the blue stitching, blue shift knob. Now my blue glove box cover, or I think that's a glove box. It's like the center console, but it feels really nice. You know, before it's actually like really hard plastic. Now it actually feels really nice and more quality, should you say, with the leather, padded leather. Definitely a nice upgrade, especially for what it costs. I think it's definitely worth it. So let me show you guys how you actually put this thing on. All right, so this is what it looks like before. It's just hard plastic, just kind of like everything else in the car. The Corvette's interior is not necessarily like the best quality. This is included, just a plastic lid. This is your custom interior or EOS center console cover lid. It's made out of leather, padded on the inside. Very, very easy to install. And I honestly think for what you're paying for this, it is absolutely worth it. It kind of makes it a little bit more higher end looking. Now I have seen some videos of some people taking off the lid. You got some screws here, nothing too difficult, but I don't think it's necessary to take it off because it doesn't really require much to install. So you guys will see here, there's a little strap. You're gonna work this strap all the way around. Okay, right about there. Just kind of pull it, make sure it's nice and tight around the lid. Now this side over here is just kind of basically roll it over. So you will have to open it and stretch, pull. And when you open it, that's when you are able to tuck it under. So you guys see a little flap, open your lid, tuck it under. Now once you have it on the bottom, you could just stretch it and make it to where it's really snug around the actual lid. So I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. All right, same thing on the back side. Give it a good stretch. Make sure it's nice. So you guys see these little folds here? As you're stretching, as you pull it, this will get smoothed out. And if by any chance yours comes in with a little bit of a fold here, basically leave the car out in the sun or just make it to where it's hot, and this will stretch. This will smoothen out. Whenever I had the seats on the Supra reupholstered, it looked like this, but once after a few days in the heat, it all smoothed out and it looks perfect now. So again, a little stretch, a little pull. Literally takes you about a minute or two to install it, and she's done. Yeah, I think that's definitely way better than the stock one. Looks good. Nice and clean. Again, things like this will smooth it out. Just leave the car out make sure the car gets some heat, and that leather will look a lot better. And there it is. I kind of regret waiting so long to install this. This actually looks really good. Really, really good. All right, boys. Now, as good as this looks, yes, I am very happy to promote EOS or Custom Interior because they've always been very, very good to me, and they've always made top-notch quality. For example, like my wing back there, my carbon side skirts, my carbon lip in the front. I'm just a huge fan of theirs. So I'm more than happy to actually help them promote something like this. Again, 40-50 bucks for something like this. I think those small mods, those small upgrades go a long way, especially in nowadays where most of us, again, I know there's people a lot worse than I am, but most people cannot afford to be spending big money on big projects nowadays because it's hard, right? Life is much more expensive now. But I wanted to show this because small things like this, that matters, bro. Like a small upgrade like this definitely kind of keeps us car guys going. You don't need to do any big changes. You can vinyl wrap a freaking pad here. You can put a cover on something, and that keeps you satisfied. The way I am, I feel like it's almost like an addiction. Like I feel like I kind of have to be doing shit to the cars, even if it means swapping wheels around in the cars, even if it means vinyl wrapping something, even if it means like the most minor changes. For example, this here, bro, this makes me feel really good. This makes me feel happy. I changed something on the car. It made it new, different for me. You know what, let me show you guys something. So I'm gonna use this car as an example. The car's been done for a few months now. It's pretty much not much I can do, but yet the little addiction, which I would call an addiction to always be messing with the cars, that's my problem. I'm not sure about you, but a little voice inside of me is telling me change something in the car. You know, I got bored of it, so I was like, you know what, maybe we should change the wheels. But again, changing the wheels is extremely expensive, so I don't have money to go out and buy new wheels. But check it out. This is, you know, the way they normally look. They're black face, polished, everything else. And now I made them polish. And no, I did not take the wheels off my Supra. Those are still on here. These are still the black wheels, but guess what I did? I didn't feel like spending a shit ton of money to change the appearance of the car, so I wrapped them. I spent 20 bucks on some vinyl wrap. Those wheels, which look like polish, are wrapped. That is a wrap. You don't have to spend a ton of money, you guys. You do not have to spend a ton of money on changing up the look of your car. For 20 bucks, obviously you have to learn how to vinyl wrap. You could vinyl wrap the faces of your wheels and change it up. Now, another thing that I'm gonna do on this car, you know, before I used to rock the black, well, I'm still rocking the black lip because I liked the whole black with the red and, you know, accents with the, you know, black YouTube channel name on the side. But now, since I'm bored and I want to change it, I'm gonna wrap the front ones, obviously. So it's gonna have full polished wheels all the way around, and I'm going to wrap the front lip to match the car. So I think that's gonna make it look a little bit more clean, more classy. It's not so much race car-ish. And then I'll probably be satisfied with that look for maybe a few months. And then I'm probably gonna wanna go back to it. So guess what? All I'll have to do is come back, rip off the freaking vinyl wrap off my wheels, and I'm back to having you know, my black center face with the polished lip wheels. I may even rip off the vinyl on the lip, I don't know. But what I'm trying to get at is that you do not need to spend a ton of money to do upgrades to your car. At the end of the day, just do whatever makes you happy, man. You know, lately I've been kind of going through a lot of my YouTube comments, and there's people who they're hating, bro. I mean, not only YouTube, but I mean even on other platforms. But there's people saying, oh man, you know, he's, you know, because I made a video where I was saying, you know, see if I'm gonna make my mama proud with my latest project being the Corvette. And people are saying, whoa, you think she's gonna be proud because of a 2007 car, or you should have gotten a bigger house or a nicer house before buying one of those cars. And when I read that, I'm like, bro, like, I'm over here trying to be humble as I can be, but then there's still people who are still gonna talk mad shit no matter what you do. No matter what you're doing, bro, you're trying to mind your own business, doing whatever you can or whatever you can afford. People are always gonna criticize, bro. I can sit here and flex and be like, bro, I spent over $500,000 on all these cars in cash. I didn't finance shit. But yet still someone's gonna talk shit. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like ranting. It's very rare when people kind of get under my skin, but that one did kind of bother me, bro, because I know there's people out there who, you know, wish that they could do what I'm doing, and I wish that they could do it too. But yeah, you have those who are gonna sit there and talk down on them and just make fun of them for no damn reason, bro. No reason at all. But yeah, anyways, short video for you guys. I hope you guys have been doing good, and I hope you guys continue to look forward to some content on this car, because actually I just got the engine fully broken in. It's got about 60 miles on it. I did go over to my buddy Yusuf. The car passed inspection, everything checked out perfectly, thank God. And so now I'm going to get my tags updated because yeah, I'm way past due, and I have to do a steam port mod on it. So basically on these cars, from the factory, they have 2 vents on the front of the heads, and I got to put some in the back, so it's like a 4-way port leading up to the front. If you're an LS guy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I got to do a steam port mod, I got to do oil change, the final oil change, and then I'm gonna hit up Ethan to get the car tuned. So hopefully maybe we'll see this car do maybe 550, 600 horsepower to the wheels, and then we'll have fun with it, and then we'll see if it turns into the next boosted project. I'm sure you guys know where I'm going with this, but all right, boys, I hope y'all have a good day, and I'll catch y'all later.